Hey, in this video, we are going to talk about the Discover 10 Hard Money Truths You Will Regret Not Knowing Sooner. Before starting this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Let's get started. Having regrets is a normal part of life. Maybe you regret not talking to your crush in 9th grade, or you regret not going to prom. Everyone will have some regrets in life, but when it comes to money, there are some regrets you never want to have to face. There are certain money mistakes that, when made, especially in your youth, can make it nearly impossible to succeed financially. Therefore, you must make sure to avoid the following 10 mistakes. Number 1. Thinking college will make you rich. If you're like the average American teenager, then your life path has already been set for you. You'll be expected to get good grades in high school to be able to attend a good college. You'll work for 40 years, but likely more, and then you'll retire. And hopefully during this time, you'll have enough money to buy a home and go on a couple of vacations. The sad reality is that most young adults don't realize that college truly isn't a path that will reliably make you rich, and to be honest, them having this perspective probably isn't their fault. In fact, we should blame society for this. You see, your education actually truly starts the day you leave school. You may not like to hear this, but it's the truth. The real world is very different from the four walls of a classroom. Number 2. Not doing your own research. Young people are those who will sculpt and shape the future world we live in. They are people with great minds, are full of opinions, but they will rarely challenge what they hear from their elders. For instance, they take money-making advice from their parents who have never earned a six-figure income, or they take business advice from those who have never ran a business that turned an annual profit. Your earlier years should be a time of learning, but also questioning what you are told and even get deeper into your own best thoughts and points of view. Experience may lead you to discover that issues that seem black and white are actually many shades of gray. Number 3. Spending unnecessarily. When you're young, your main priority is having as much fun as possible. And let's call it like it is. Having fun often costs money. Whether it's going out to the bar with your friend or going on vacation, money is almost always involved. And I think that it's good to live it up, especially when you're young and have the time and energy to be adventurous. But where the youth, and most people in general, go wrong is by behaving this way on an ongoing basis. Many people feel a constant need to live like the people they see on social media. Those who drive fancy cars, wear expensive clothing, and live a life that is unattainable for 99% of people. Number 4. Giving up too easily. It is so easy to just quit when something feels too hard. It could be a tough college class, a significant other you're in a relationship with, or starting your first business. The idea of giving up what you're doing to just try something else can be the easier option sometimes. Unfortunately, I am no stranger to giving up too easily. When I faced challenges in all of my early business ventures like drop shipping and flipping books on Amazon, not seeing instant results prompted me to quit, when in reality putting in more effort to learn and develop my skills likely would have given me the outcomes I was seeking to obtain. Number 5. Investing blindly. If you've been consuming proper financial advice, you will know that it is important to start investing early. Not to mention there are thousands of stories of people who have made millions investing in the stock market, which as a young adult can be enticing to emulate yourself. And it's true, investing can be a very rewarding endeavor. But it's not as easy as buying a few shares you think will do well and collecting your profits. Whether you're young or old, you must always do your research when making any type of investment. If you want to invest in shares of a company, you need to learn to read financial statements, understand financial ratios, and at least have some knowledge about the business the company operates in. Number 6. Needing instant gratification. Requiring instant gratification may be the biggest deterrent in any young person's life when it comes to achieving any type of success. Due to social media and the instantized culture we live in, the youth are not willing to be patient to see their efforts through until the end and want the results they seek immediately. Again, I struggled with this during my earlier business ventures, but once I focused on delaying my gratification, my life changed for the better. For instance, I committed to building up a YouTube channel, and by working on it every single day and being patient, I have built a nice income stream for myself. Number 7. Not saving any money for retirement. A recent survey of 1,003 people from Bankrate found that 69% of those ages 18 to 29 had no retirement savings at all. Your retirement may seem far off, but you're doing yourself a major disservice if you don't recognize the importance of saving as soon as possible. Unfortunately, as I said earlier, young adults often feel immense pressure to fit in with their peers by buying the latest gadgets and the newest clothes. Each one of these purchases pushes them further and further away from retirement and is a result of what's known as hyperbolic discounting. As humans, we are hardwired to prefer short-term payoffs, even when we would get more by waiting. Number 8. Not preparing for emergencies. When you're young, you never envision anything going wrong. Maybe it's because you haven't experienced many tough times in life, and you are full of energy every single day. However, the reality is that rainy days will come, whether that's mentally, physically, or financially. Not having the money to address unexpected events is something you want to avoid at all costs, and is definitely a regret those who don't invest in their emergency funds will face. As soon as you start to earn an income, allocate 5% of your after-tax cash to an emergency account so that you can avoid any regrets that would be attached to future unfortunate events. Number 9. Buying too much house. Buying your first home is one of the most exciting events in your life. However, it is probably the biggest financial outlay you will ever commit to, and many people overextend themselves and buy more house than they need and realistically can afford. Don't buy any home just to show off to your peers. Buy a home that works for you in terms of its size and cost. At the end of the day, you carry its financial burden, not your friends or family, so this should be a decision you make for your own ultimate benefit. Number 10. Blaming others for your lack of success. When things go wrong in life, it's easy to point the finger at others and direct blame their way when in reality, you should be pointing the finger at yourself. Just because you went to party with your friends instead of studying doesn't mean the C+ you got on your exam is because of them. Just because you spend $100,000 on college because your parents forced you to go doesn't make it solely their mistake. You are ultimately in control of the decisions you make, and accepting responsibility for your actions is essential to having less regrets as you age. This also works in a positive way as well. It means picking the career you enjoy and not the one your parents expect you to enter into. It means being okay with being selfish with your time when you are driving towards a goal. Expired, what do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.